So with all these Mustang issue videos that are floating around the internet, are we actually hurting ourselves? Are we being too negative? Are we actually hurting the Mustang community? We're going to talk about that today in this video. Hey, what's going on, guys? First of all, Merry Christmas. Be safe if you're traveling. Spend lots and lots of time with your families. I'm going to do the same, so we may be a little bit quiet over the next week or so on the channel, but just know that 2019 is coming and we have the car back here and it is filthy. We're about to clean it and it's like 30-some degrees out here. But anyway, we did get it back from the dealership. We had some shifting issues with the tent already. I'm gonna do a full-blown video about this, but so far everything is okay. We've sent it on the highway a couple of times and everything is so far so good. Now, I've actually been talking to one of the quality control guys there at the Ford plant that does, messes with the transmissions there, and he's filled me on a couple of things that I should keep a lookout for. One of them is the valve control body. I think it is the valve body in the transmission, which is actually located, I think, right above the oil pan. But if those valve bodies are bad, that can actually contribute to some weird shifting stuff. So that may actually be what it is. And that's going to lead us into this video and something I really kind of hold a little bit dear to my heart right now. Are YouTubers like myself killing the community, the S550 community, especially the 2018, 2019, with all the issues and stuff like that, making video content about all the issues? Why I think that everybody needs to stop it. We need to stop it because it's scaring people. So let's go ahead and roll into the video and get started. Before we jump into that, I have not actually checked the oil catch can that we did with this, the JLT catch can, and since I've installed it, we've put a couple of thousand miles on it, so I actually want to see if this thing is working too. And because Christmas is here, and if you guys missed out on Christmas, this might be on your shopping list. Let's just go ahead and take a look and see if this thing works. All right, so right down here we have our catch can, and the engine's a little hot, but pretty easy to get to. You can turn it, and I think I've got about 2,000 miles or so on the car since I have installed this thing, and I can already see oil on the top. Oh yeah, yep. This is why you need one of these. Check this out. So right there is all of the oil. So this thing is working and it's doing its job. This is something that you need to have. If you're not getting one of these for Christmas, that's okay, because you can use Xander13 promo code at JLT True Cold Air and buy one of these. They're about 130 bucks, somewhere around that point, I think, with the discount code. And I think it might get you free shipping, I'm not sure, but this thing is actually pretty full. So yeah, this thing is definitely doing its job. And what this does is it pretty much captures the blow by. If you don't know how these things work, your passenger side is the one that you really need to worry about. Definitely need one of these. Every Mustang, modded or not, because you guys know at this point this car is stock, but this is a very, very good thing to have, and it obviously does work. So it's about 2,000 miles. Now also, once you have pulled this thing out, you don't want to dump this oil back into the engine. This is going to be pretty much contaminated. What you can do is just throw it in the trash or do whatever, dump it somewhere safe. Let's protect the environment a little bit, I guess. Anyway, but this is contaminated oil, so we're going to get rid of it, screw it back on, and then check it in about another 5,000 miles. But also, since 2018 is coming to an end, we're about to roll into 2019, and I can tell you that we have some big stuff coming for this car. Stuff is already on its way. It's in the mail. It is inbound. It's going to completely change everything about this car. 2019 is going to be hot and heavy. It's going to be a fantastic year. I would ask that you all subscribe, like the video, turn the notification bell. It's going to be an adventure, and I want you all to be a part of it and be part of this family. Okay, we got that done with. Let's talk about what we actually want to talk about today, and that is, of course, the fear and anxiety that people have when they are shopping for a 2018 or 2019 Mustang, and why we might be doing the mass crowd a disservice because we keep bringing up issues. I want to point out that this is my all-time favorite car, and I've owned a lot, but this was a custom order that we waited on for a long time. It finally got there, and I was so excited to have it. Yes, we've had some issues, but I don't hate the car, okay? I love it just as much as I did from day one. You know, it is a fantastic car. All the technology, we all know that the 2018 was not really a refresh. It was pretty much an overhaul of the SY50 platform, and rightfully so. This car is in its own league, set apart from the 15 through 17, if equipped properly. You know, if you get Magnaride active exhaust, all that stuff with this car like I do, it is fantastic. It's a great car, it really is. So why are people so afraid of this? And it's really because of us and everybody that gets on the forums and talks about all the issues, this, that, and the other. It's frustrating, and I'm a YouTuber, okay, and I also watch other channels, and this stuff keeps coming up, and it bothers me too. It freaks me out as well, and I think that we just need to calm down just a little bit, and here's why. Look at this beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm gonna tell you that over the next month or so, this thing is gonna have an overhaul. It's not going to look quite the same, but let's talk about the issues, all right? So with the manual transmissions, we're not going to beat a dead horse here. This is not what this is about. We did have shift work issues with the manual transmissions. Why they went to aluminum, I don't know, you know, versus a 15 through 17 car. Some people have issues, some people don't. When I had my 2018, I had no issues, and I did push that car very, very hard. You guys know that if you've watched this channel for a while. But no auto manufacturer is without its woes, if you will. And you guys know what I mean by that. So every auto manufacturer is going to have issues here and there. You know, Chevrolets, Mopar, all that. So I remember back in the early Mopar days with the Challengers, I think they had some electrical issues, and Dodge was getting flamed pretty bad for it. The Camaros have had their hiccups too with their 8-speed transmissions, which is a great transmission, it is. I really like the transmission that is in the Challengers. I think that it shifts really well. I think that the shift strategies built into the computer are really, really well with that 8-speed. Do we actually need a 10-speed in this car? I think that probably an 8-speed would have been okay, and I would have been, you know, just as happy with that. It would have contributed a little bit less hunting. Not that I really experienced a whole lot of that, but it seems like I know we're just walking around the car, but it seems like every time that I go and search other people's channels, they're talking about issues with the 18 and 19 Mustang. And I think that it's really scaring people, because I read all through my comments and I try to respond to pretty much everybody. That's something we do a little bit different on this channel as Ender 13. You guys know that I like to interact with all of you guys, because I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for all of you. But every time that I go search somebody else's page, they're always talking about issues. And digging through my comments, everybody's like, screw this, screw Ford. Yes, there is some stuff going on, but should we hate the car? Should we not buy it? No. You know, I think that Ford is going to have our back when it comes to warranty stuff. I think that it's fine. I think that we should love the cars, because I do. I love this car to death. I'm so blessed to have it in my life. Again, it was a custom order. It is filthy right now. I need to clean this thing. But the more that we all talk about these issues and stuff like that, it's killing our channels. It's killing the name of the Mustang. Like I said, everything's got issues, but the more that we talk about the issues, okay, the less, if you're a YouTuber, you need to really jump on board with this, okay? You're hurting yourself when you talk about issues, because people are going to get off of the 1819 bandwagon, and they're going to go buy something else. They're going to go to, you know, Dodge, they're going to go to Chevrolet, they're going to buy their products instead. And that's going to contribute to more views for those products and less for the Mustang. So I think that every time that we open our mouths, we need to be very careful about what we say. Yes, there's issues. Yes, we have a warranty. We can fix them. Don't be afraid to buy this car. It is fucking fantastic. I love this car. Yes, I dropped the F-bomb because I really like this car. Don't be afraid to buy one of these. Just go do it. Are there engine tick issues? Yes, some people have problems. I don't have it. This car is fantastic. There's a little Typewriter when it's a cold start, and it goes away when it's warm. And people are dumping Ceratec in their engines, and it's so far completely curing any tick that people do have with, like, I'm talking about serious tick. There are guys out there with piston slap, but there's also, you know, between like Chevrolet and Mopar and these other car manufacturers, there have also been some serious issues with those vehicles as well. Now remember that The Gen 3 Coyote was new in 2018. It was overhauled direct and port injection. So it did get a bump in power, and it's delivered a little bit different internally. So it is new. You know, should you buy a first year product? You know, most people tend not to. 2019, I'm having less issues than a lot of other people have. The 10-speed transmission is a very complex beast. It is hardware most the same as a ZL1 Camaro. Those cars got the 10R90, we got the 10R80. Hardware is about the same. Software tuning between the two cars is a little bit different, and that might be a contributing factor to why, you know, we have some issues that do exist with this car. But that also means that the Camaro is not left out when it's going to come to issues. If the hardware is the same between the two internally, then those cars can have problems as well. So just remember that. This is not a Mustang thing. This is a hardware thing between GM and Ford. So if Mustang's having issues, then the Camaros are probably having issues equipped with the new 10-speed. And the 2019 Camaros do have the new 10-speed. So time will tell how those play out and if they have any issues. I hate seeing all of these channels just talking about engine tick, you know, for no reason. If you have a car that has a problem, it is completely okay to document and video your journey, your adventure, the issues and stuff like that. But there's a lot of channels out there that are just coming on board so they can get views, so they can talk about engine tick and shit like that. And it irritates me, it pisses me off. You don't have a problem if you don't, some of these guys don't even own the car. And I think it's just frustrating, and it's killing us. It's killing us. So what really needs to happen is we all just need to shut our mouths. Unless you have, you know, room to speak, unless you have a serious issue going on with your vehicle or something crazy like that, I think that these guys just need to shut their mouths because they're hurting the Mustang community. It's really scaring people from buying these cars. And I think that we need to be focusing on like what I like to do on this channel and what some of the other big YouTubers do on their channels that own these cars. And let's talk about the love and the performance and all the stuff that comes with it. Let's talk about the good things. So that's something I want to challenge anybody that watches this video to do. In 2019, you can make it a 2019 resolution. I'm going to as well. You know, if there's no issues, don't talk about them. You know, we're beating a dead horse, and the stuff is circulating the internet all too well, and I think it's just really doing a disservice towards, you know, the Ford Mustang. I love this car. I do. It is my baby. You guys know that. And I overall just hate, you know, all the shit talk that comes along, you know, with this car. It's just frustrating. So we're going to end the video. I think I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but I want us all to focus on the positive stuff. Let's go into 2019 on a positive note. Let's talk about the glorious things that these cars can achieve, what they have from the factory, especially when they're loaded up like mine. I mean, just think, these things are absolutely nuts. 460 crank horsepower. So you throw an intake tune, E85 and long tubes at these things, and they are near 500 NA horsepower to the ground. That is crazy. And we're definitely going to do that to this car in 2019 here very, very soon. But that is awesome power that you can have on an NA platform before we go force induction, and that's coming too. So definitely hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on. I don't want you to miss those videos. So we're going to wrap this one up though. Goodbye 2018. Hello 2019. We're coming in hot and heavy. This is the last time you're going to see this car like this over the next couple of months. So this thing is going to get a little bit of an overhaul, nothing drastic, but I do have some stuff up my sleeve that I want you guys to be a part of. So that's going to wrap up this video. I appreciate you guys watching and all of the love that I've gotten this year. It has been awesome, and it's all thanks to you. Thank you so much. God bless all of you, whether you believe in God or not. God bless you. We are past 10,000 subscribers. Hopefully we can get another 10 or 15,000 this year. That would be excellent. We're going to start doing crazy stuff with this car. So I want to come into 2019 on a positive note, and we're going to do fantastic things with this 2019 Mustang. So again, you guys have a happy holiday, and I'll see you later. Stay safe.